transportation, rent, salaries, and all. You incurred all these things on the product you bought. Automatically, you must sell it in a price that will commensurate the amount of money you incur on that product. Or you look at your service. My service, this is what my service worth. So you must collect money that will justify that you can say, yes, you also have surplus. So that is profit. And sometimes the profit may not be in monetary terms. It depends on the stage of business. At the beginning, stage of business determine the kind of profit you pay your attention into. So, but the major problem we have here today is that many people, if they have not been making that monetary profit, they've not been making profit. No. At the beginning of your business, all you need is to introduce that business. Let customer accept that business first. So at that time, you don't expect too much monetary profitability. So, because what kicked many people out of business as soon as they started is because they've not been making profit as anticipated. That thing matters. You need to understand that not at the beginning of your business, there are some things you need to first of all do. There are some other profits you need to understand apart from the monetary. Is your product acceptable in the market? Have you created the much needed awareness? Are you intending to be a market leader? Have you taken over that market? So are you the one that is leading in the market that you can actually control the price in that industry? It matters. So at the beginning, when you are into this, you have to lower your expectation in profit making, in monetary profit making. So that your product is well acceptable in the market is a profit on its own. That you are able to get the customers to come to your outlet, or when you go there, they are buying what you are selling. Automatically, as time goes on, you will surely make that profit, directly or indirectly. So, but at the beginning, that monetary profitability is something that we should pay attention into. Not necessarily to be that monetary, but there must be profit to what you do that commensurates. So these are the things, these are the businesses, these are the definition of business and the components in business. Having understand this, I think it's essential we go into the different type of businesses. As a businessman, you need to clearly define, as I'm going into business, what I'm going there to do. Am I going there to produce? Am I going there to render service? Am I going there to trade? Am I going there to, do seasonal business? So you need to know which one are you going for. The number one type of business here, I can say, is production. You are going into production. Production is the transformation of raw materials to transformation of raw materials to become a useful product, either for industrial or for an individual, final consumer. It depends. So production involves the transformation. At least it has to come from one stage to another stage to another stage to another stage. So when you are in production, automatically you need to have a factory where you produce. For instance, those that are into pure water business, they're producing water for consumer. They generate water from the source. Directly from the source, it passed through some process. Having passed through some process, then they make it a usable, product for consumption. The people who produce palm oil, even in our local refineries, they are producing. It's a production, because that process started from palm fruits to the refinery, separated some component from it and come out with the usable one for our consumption. That is production. So anything that involves you having a factory, producing, transforming, innovating, and make it a usable thing for people is production. And you need to understand what you need to put in place if you want to go into production business. We may get to that. The next thing is trading. Trading. That is it, the transaction, the exchange of goods and services. So the buy and selling of goods and services. This most easiest way, the business type to venture into. Most of the time, you don't even need money to start this kind of business, trading. So you identify your potential buyer, you identify the producer. All you need to do is to be a middleman, collect from producer and discharge to a buyer. That is what trading is all about. So, and the trading has been in existence for a very long time. For a very long time. So, another thing is vocational business. Vocational business, you have a special skill, like doctor, like lawyer, like an accountant, so that you you are a professional in this line. You were trained in school, you have a required experience. Then you now venture into that same line of your career. That is vocational business. This is different from you as a lawyer or doctor or accountant working for an organization. As at the time you are working for an organization, you are not in a business. You are an employee as at that time. But once you transit from being an employee to an employer in that same line, makes you a businessman. And you can also start, employing people in that line. And you should note that the fact that this line is meant for a professional does not mean that people who are not professional cannot actually venture into it, because it's a business. It's a matter of interest and financial capacity. So, when people have money, they see the opportunity in an environment to build an hospital, and they employ doctors to be working there. That is what we call vocational business. Another thing is service. I said it earlier. Services you render, it has to do with the skill you acquired. You sell your skill for people, adding value to people as a result of skill you already acquired. That is service. Your ability to structure that service make it a business. Because there's a difference between an artisan and a businessman. Yeah. The difference between an artisan, even a trader, and a businessman. For a trader to transit from trading to a business, you need a structure. What do I mean by structure? You need an office, you need a team, then you need a system. So that is what makes you a businessman. But as long as you are still trading within your one shop, as at that time, you are not a businessman, you are a trader. Yes, you are a trader. So what distinguishes you from trader to a businessman is the structure, the system, and the team you have in place. That is exactly what makes you different from just a trader. You need to understand this so that you will know how to position your business, how to structure it. So, another thing is seasonal business, as in seasonal business. A business that comes like once in a while, occasionally, it's a business. Some people are into this kind of business. So, like most of the activities that happens during the Xmas, Iléyá festival, and all, gbogbo àwọn yẹn seasonal business ni wọ́n. So, irú àwọn tó ń ṣe event planner ń sìn. In fact, àwọn yàtọ̀ sí kó tó dìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ orin tí wọ́n stream lórí social media ń ṣe gbẹ káàkiri. Orin kíkọ, all those things. Occasionally ló máa ń wá tí ó bá jẹ́ pé tíyàn bá fẹ́ ní party àbí nǹkan kan. Ìgbà yẹn làwọn nǹkan yẹn ló máa ń wá. So, irú àwọn nǹkan yẹn seasonal business ni. Seasonal business ni. And we have a different, season. At least all over the world, we have 42 seasons, well recognized. And in Nigeria alone, we have 15 public holidays in a year. Anything you do within this period, season, that can only happen during that time. Your birthday is a season to you. Your company anniversary is a season to you and your company. Your marriage anniversary is a season to you and your family. Your children's birthday is a season to your children and yourself. All these things, anything that peculiar to these things, are seasoning businesses. So, these are the types of businesses we have. Yeah, what is not business? And this is business. Kí wá ní nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe business gangan? What is not business? Business is not a layout. Business is not a layout. Business location kan gbádùn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹbí o ilé iṣẹ́ lílé yìí o ìgbádùn làwa ṣe ń bẹ náà. Although there are some people that are into layout business. For them to be into that layout business, meaning that they have passed through a rigorous practices and exercise to be able to make that layer available for you. But business itself is not a layer place. Your business place is not a place of layer. It's a place of official activities. Business is not a game. You don't go to your business and go and gambling. Despite the fact that there are some other businesses that are game business. But to be a player, you need a lot of practices, rehearsals, before you can start playing game. Business is not an experimenter. You don't experiment it. You don't test it. You have to be sure. You need to know where you are heading into. It's not that, they say this business is good. And emotionally, you gamble into it. You will mess up. So, business is not an experiment. It's not something to experiment. It's something to try, to test, to, be sure of. You call yourself a businessman. What makes you a businessman is for you to maximize an investor's money and, give them a desired result at the end of the day. For instance, somebody sells his own inheritance because he wants to buy into your business idea and give money, invest the money into your business. So, and you are now start experimenting with such money. As at that time, you are no longer, you are a killer. Because if anything should happen to that money, you are in trouble. And you have already killed that person automatically. Then you don't experiment it. You must carry out your own feasibility studies properly and be sure that this industry you are going into, this is what you are going to. Yes, I understand the fact that sometimes when you start business, it's not always come the way it is projected. Yes, I agreed. But if you put all the necessary machinery in place and you do your research very well, at least during the time of this, turbulent period, you can only risk little amount of money, depending the time that you break even. When you see that you are breaking even, then you will know that all you need now is to, start moving fast. But wípé ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbà tó rówó lọ wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní test wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ aburú ni. Wọ́n ń ṣe business ò ń ṣe nǹkan tán máa fi ṣe try and error. No, you should be sure. Know where you are heading to. And you should be, ready to pay all the dues at the beginning. So, business is not a religion. Religion and business, they are two different things entirely. Fine. I know we have to pray towards everything we want to do, but we need to put religion in a place of religion. Religion is your personal encounter with you and your Lord. Don't bring it to your business. It's killing. So, business is run based on principle, not on emotion. So, religion should be put aside. When it's time for religion, do religion. But when it's time for business, deal with business critically. Business is different from religion. So there are some other businesses behind religion as well. But in your own line of business that doesn't have to do with management of mosque or church or whatever, your business should be managed strictly as a business. Don't be gullible. Business is not culture. It's different. It's not governed based on your own immediate culture or your ethnicity. It's different. As a business person, you need to understand how your business structure, you should have a principle, you should have a set rules that will govern your own business. Within your business, you create your own culture there. That okay, your culture will surely deviate different from the culture of your environment. Your cultural within your business is what will bind all of you together. It's the common thing, the common value and belief that all of you will share together that will make you a united, business entity. That is what is called, ethics, business ethics. So it's peculiar, that one should be peculiar to only your business, not based on the generality of the culture because I'm a Yoruba, that is why I'm doing it this way. No, it doesn't work that way. Set up a principle, how you want your business to be governed, and keep maintaining that principle. That is business. So, that is business. So, business is not political. You should understand this. It's not a political. It is business. It's a business on politics is a business on its own. Your business is a business on its own. Though there are some office politics, small office politics you play, but not like that of general politics. You don't come to your business and start, political sentiment idea. You will kill that business. That business will ruin. You need to know this and pay attention to this. Set up your principles, set up your rules, how you want your business to be run and governed, and strictly adhere to it. Okòwò kò ń ṣẹ̀sìn, ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́sìn gedegbe. Ẹ̀sìn àtokòwò yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Ẹ̀sìn ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìhà tí wọ àtọlọ́run tẹ́jọ kọ síra yín. Okòwò kò ń ṣe àṣà. Àṣàlẹ̀ wa ó yàtọ̀ sí bá a ṣe ń ṣokòwò. Fine, nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ta lè má tako àṣàlẹ̀ wa, ṣùgbọ́n kò ń ṣàṣàlẹ̀ wa la máa fi rọrùn okòwò tá a fẹ́ ṣe. Okòwò kò ń ṣòṣèlú. Òṣèlú fún rẹ̀, business kan ní láàyè ara ẹ̀. So you don't bring it to your business. Okòwò kò ń ṣe nǹkan tí ẹ máa ń fi ń ta tẹ́tẹ́. Kò ń ṣe nǹkan tí ẹ máa ń fi ń ta tẹ́tẹ́. O ní láti mọ gbogbo eléyìí, ó ṣe pàtàkì. That is why tó fi jẹ́ pé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ṣokòwò ó ní láti kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ nípa ẹ̀. Kó ní àwọn nǹkan àmúyẹ that we call skills that you need to possess before you can go into it. It matters. You read about it or you work for a while to be able to gather the much needed skills that you need to start your own business. Ó ṣe pàtàkì. Ó ṣe pàtàkì. Yes. Let's look at the classes of business. Classes of businesses. We have 3 major classes of businesses. We have negative business. We have positive business. We have charity business. What is negative business? Any business, in my own definition, I can define a negative business as any business that restricts certain set of people, that warn you, even you that want to consume that business, warn you that you should be wary of extra, you should be wary of this, you should be wary of that. Is a negative business. Kidnapping is a business, or negative business. Because those that are into it, they are well organized, they strategize, they calculate, they put a lot of things in place to execute that mission. Stealing is a business, but it's a negative business. It's a negative business. Betting is a business, but it will warn you that any business that tell you that when you are not up to 18 years, don't come there. I'm not saying all, but majority of those businesses are negative business. Some business will even warn you that this thing you are consuming is a detriment to your health. You will still take it, you still go ahead and take it. It's a negative business. You gamble, they tell you that they already warn you 50-50 is a negative business. What value? Any business that doesn't have direct value to you. Okay, in those things you are consuming, what value does it have to you? In betting you bet, in those games you play and all, what value do you derive from there? To what percentage can this thing liberate you from being poor or whatever? You need to pay attention to all this. Then we have positive business, just like the opposite of the negative business. Anything you do that had direct value to humanity is positive. It's positive. That value to you, you are comfortable, you can be happy even calling people to come, is positive business. According to Islam, Anabi Muhammad Sallallahu, when they asked him, what is good deed? Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu said, a good deed is something you are doing that you are happy people seeing you doing it. When you are happy that you are doing something and you are so happy, you want people to see you doing that thing you are doing. Keep doing it. It's a good thing. Or the bad thing? It's the opposite. That thing you do, that you are hiding your face. You don't want people to see you doing this thing. Automatically, that thing is a bad thing. Desist from it. Leave it. Don't go there again. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn rí ẹ pé ó ń ṣe tínú ẹ̀ ń dùn pé ó ń ṣe nǹkan dáadáa ní tẹra mọ́mọ́ ṣe lọ. Bòyí tó ń ṣe tó fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn rí ẹ tó ń forí pamọ́ àìdáa ni mọ́ ṣe mọ́. That is negative business. Iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe tó ò lè yọ káàdì ẹ jáde complimentary card ẹ lọ́gbẹ́, this is my home business. You are not supposed to be doing it. Bòyí tó ń ṣe tó fẹ́ kọ́tẹ̀ tó béèrè káàdì ẹ gan ó ti sáré yọ jáde. Especially ọkùnrin, we are so proud of our job. We are so proud of our job. Kọ́ tó béèrè káàdì ó sáré yọ káàdì ẹ pé this is my card. It's a positive business. Múra sí mọ́ ṣe lọ. The last but not the least is the charity. Àwọn iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe tó kàn jẹ́ pé ọkàn fi ń ṣàǹfààní fáwọn èèyàn lásán ni. O ò retí èrè kankan láti ibẹ̀ láti jẹ. Tẹra mọ́ ṣe lọ. Charity business. So these are the classes of businesses. I think today we were able to just do justice to business. What is business, definition of business? Types of businesses. What is not business? And the classes of business. So I think at this point we can draw the curtain of today's, lecture. The next time. I still remain my name. I remain myself, Animashaun Isiaka, Chairman, Managing Director, and his group of company. Thank you for listening.